Hello, my name is Mohamed Wario Dhuba, and today I'm here to present my research proposal titled The Effect of Social Media Marketing on Repurchase Subscription, the Moderating Role of Brand Image Among the Internet Service Providers in Zanzibar. And in the next slide, I'm going to do a bit of an introduction whereby I'm saying that the social media marketing has become one of the most important tools for customer engagement and retention and in the modern digital business environment. This study focuses on understanding how social media marketing activities influence the repurchase subscription behavior among the internet service providers subscribers in Zanzibar. From the slide, you can see that we have a dependent variable, and in this case, the dependent variable being the repurchase subscription. This is exactly what we are aiming, and we have the independent variables with elements such as customization, interaction, trendiness, entertainment, and the word of mouth. And the moderating variable is brand image. And for this study, our industry is actually the various local internet service providers in Zanzibar, which definitely has been supported by the recent studies, which actually shows that social media marketing significantly influence customer retention and loyalty. On the next slide, we have the statement problem. And in this case, in terms of the problem statements, we have three major problem statements. The first one being that the telecommunication firms face challenges retaining subscribers despite increasing social media marketing activities. Recent studies indicate that although the telecommunication firms increasingly invest in social media marketing activities, customers' retention and loyalty remain one of the major challenges in a highly competitive digital markets. Social media engagement alone may not guarantee long-term subscription continuity without effective customer relationship strategies. So this is the first problem statement. And the second one is that the existing studies mainly focus on retail and luxury sectors with limited evidence from the African internet service providers industry. Existing literature on social media marketing predominantly concentrates on retail, luxury, tourism, and e-commerce industries, while limited studies attention has been given to internet service provider industries, particularly within the African context. This actually creates a contextual and sectoral research gap in understanding the customer retention behavior among the internet service providers. The third, Zanzibar internet service providers provide customer retention through social media marketing, which definitely are unexplored. Despite the increasing use of social media marketing within the telecommunication industry globally, empirical evidence from the Zanzibar remains scarce. Existing telecom studies are largely, from the Asian, from the European, the Middle Eastern. So in this case, there is actually a creation of a geographical research gap, in relation to this aspect for specifically for Zanzibar. And in summary, you can understand that from in terms of the three problem statements, we understand that despite the fact that telecommunication firms continue investing in social media marketing, retaining subscribers largely remains a significant challenge. Furthermore, many previous studies focus on retail and luxury sectors, while limited study evidence exists within the African internet service providers industry, especially in Zanzibar. So these are the three major problem statement that we are focused in understanding them and solving. In our next slide, we're talking about the government policy statement that actually support this drive. There has been an increasing emphasis on digital transformation and connectivity in Zanzibar that highlights the strategic importance of social media marketing and customer engagement for internet service providers. This position has been emphasized from the office of His Excellency, the President of Zanzibar. And I'm going to quote the Daily News of 28th of January 2026, whereby His Excellency Dr. Hussein Ali Mwinyi was quoted. I put the extract saying, digital transformation is no longer optional, but a necessity for sustainable economic growth. So from this quote, you can understand that there has been a policy motivational geared toward emphasis on digital transformation in Zanzibar that highlights the strategic importance toward customer engagement and social media marketing for internet service providers in Zanzibar. In our next slide, we have research objectives and questions, and these have been structured in a tabular format. We have two columns. We have the research objectives that will create actually a second column of research questions. And the first research objectives is to examine the effect of social media marketing activities on repurchase subscription. And on this, the question will be, how do social media marketing activities influence repurchase subscriptions? This is what you're going to try to understand under the first objective. And the second research objectives is to examine the effect of brand image on the repurchase subscription. And the question that we will be asking ourselves is, does the brand image influence repurchase subscription? And finally, the third research objectives that we're working on is to examine the moderating role of brand image. And in this case, we are asking ourselves, does the brand image moderate the relationship between the social media marketing and repurchase subscriptions? So these are the three main research objectives and question. And in this regard, the study seeks to examine the influence of social media marketing activities on the repurchase subscription behavior, while also determining whether the brand image moderates the relationship. And on our next slide on literature review, this study seeks to examine the influence of social media marketing activities on repurchase subscription behavior, whether brand image moderates the relationship. And from the table there, you can see that we have the social media marketing activities on the lower side, which we're trying to understand whether the firm's activities on social media that enhance customer engagement and relationships can actually, bring about customers' perception, and association with that particular brand through the brand image. Will that actually reflect the aspect of repurchase subscription, in which you're saying and we're trying to conclude or to understand whether there is a customer's intention to continue and renew the subscriptions is available, whether that option will work. This is what the literature review is trying to understand. And in our next slide, on the conceptual framework, this study adopts the stimulus organism response theory to explain how the social media marketing activities influence customer perception and behavior. From there, you can see that the conceptual framework illustrates the relationship between the social media marketing activities and the repurchase subscription, with brand image serving as a moderating variable. As you can see from the diagram, we have three columns named the independent variable, the moderating variable, and the dependent variable. And the independent variable, being the stimulus aspect, has 5 dimensions, where we're saying customization, interaction, trendiness, entertainment, as well as the word of mouth. We also have the moderating variable, and in this case, which you're calling it an organism, which is actually the brand image. And we also have, on the other side, we have the dependent variable, which is actually a response. And in this case, what you're trying to achieve is to understand whether we can achieve the repurchase intention among the customers. On the research methodology aspect, this study adopts a quantitative correlational research design. Actually to examine the relationship between the social media marketing activities and repurchase subscription among the internet service providers subscribers in Zanzibar. So far, the study has distributed 250 questionnaires to internet service providers subscribers across different telecommunication companies in Zanzibar. And from the diagram, you can see the different aspect in terms of research population, research size, sample size, research design, as well as sampling technique, where in this case we are saying the idea is actually to ensure that the subscribers from different internet service providers in Zanzibar are adequately represented in the study, so that we are covering as much as possible. And then when it comes to the data collection procedures, for the data collection purposes, structured questionnaires were distributed online to subscribers from different internet service providers operating in Zanzibar. This was through the Google Forms and social media platforms, which are considered effective tools for collecting quantitative behavioral data in digital marketing research. And on our last slide on the research instrument, this questionnaire was structured into 4 major sections, as you can see, and all items were measured using a 5-point Likert scale. And from the diagram, you can see the first section, section A, we have demographics. Section B, we have social media marketing activities with its various dimensions, as initially mentioned. We have section C with the brand image, and we also have section D, which is the repurchase subscription. And to conclude this study, the study actually aims to provide empirical evidence regarding the role of social media marketing and brand image in influencing purchase subscription among the internet service providers in Zanzibar. I know you've been attentive for quite some time, and I take this opportunity to thank you for your attention, and wish you all the really thank you as much as possible for your time and patience. I'm here to deliver my slides. Have a good day.